Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And he's done very well to deal with it.
Messi knew immediately he didn't catch that to his liking, and his face was a picture of dissatisfaction.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Camavinga. Messi. Kante cuts out the pass. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win.
And Messi! Goal! Brazil! The breakthrough strike! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So the first moment of real significance. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. So this to restore parity. And he's denied! He's got plenty of space out wide here. Up he goes! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Neymar!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Pedri. Neymar. And he's had it nicked away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's been won straight back. Some really good ball movement. Rodrigo is wide and looking to get onto this. Neymar might just make this. Brazil applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. Calhanoglu, Guardiola. Mbappe. Mbappe has found the net here, of course.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Rodrigo. Mbappe. And we've reached half-time. Inter Milan head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. So your views on the first half?
It's been a really good watch, but I think the managers will be looking for that extra bit of organisation and focus now, just to try and get a little control on this game.
Inter Milan head into the dressing room after a half in which we've seen 2 goals, 1 each. And the game right has a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Messi is offering a wry smile there. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Mbappe, passing is crisp and sharp. Camavinga, and it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Brazil finding their passes. Mbappe! Oh, extraordinary.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
The attendance for this match was 71,550.
Adams cuts it out. And he's intervened well there. Madsen. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now then, the ball's come loose. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Neymar. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Guardiola. Mbappe takes control of it and he's on the move. And he's heaved it away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Guardiola. Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Conte. Now it's Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Substitution.
Conte. Messi. Cafu looking to hit the byline here.
Brazil showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Nicely aimed pass. He's looking to set free a runner. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Pedri. Conte. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Pedri. Big chance! They've got to be quick to recover this.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He cuts out the supply. Messi. And that will be the final act. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead. So, Jim, how do you reflect on... So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. They've got underway here pretty promptly. And now the breakaway.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's through here. And he's onside. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Colomwani.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Colomwani. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Mbappe. Now it's Drogba. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Inter Milan are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And here's Mbappe. Van der Vaart. Messi. He's had it taken off him. Now, can they get it back? Danielson. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
It's hard to overlook someone with the talent of this guy, Randall Colomwani. Okay, it's a little premature to start comparing him to some of the best, but he's mainly a right-sided forward, and he really does have great potential in terms of goals and assists. And you're not going to find many greater on the counter-attack. That's when he is at his very best, when it's quick from back to front.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. And it's skewed away. Well, the clearance is short. Heracles with the corner, there first. Ruben Dias attempts a clearance. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Gets his pass away. Oh, well played. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Heracles clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Danielson. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Van der Vaart! Oh, that's quite incredible!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team.
There's the whistle for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Heracles are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Colomwani, who needs just a moment to score a goal. In by Ljungberg. And he's taking no chances there.
The attendance for
an hour
this
gone.
match was 81,007.
Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Albert Ferrer calmly anticipates. Not the most accurate pass. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And he's picked out the run. Great ball, and he's in here. Great chance! Oh, it's there! And he is away. The launch of a brand new hero.
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Now there's the shot! And he's there to make the block. Heracles have their second corner now. They've played it short. And the shot! Oh, and again! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Drogba has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
So, third corner of the game. Terrific header! It's loose now and they want to get it, and it's come back out to him. Cleared without complication. Now that's well seen too. And the pass is intercepted. Got a shot away! What a hit! What a hit! A rocket and some! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they're back in front. And yes, it's him again.
Substitution for Inter, number 12, Polo Muani.
So, time for changes
Number
on
8,
both sides, actually.
Odegaard. Number
Heracles
9,
go into the lead.
Nielsen.
Yeah, it's been
Coming
their
on the
hard work
field,
that has got him in this
number
lead, but I just
20,
wonder whether they can keep it up. This may
Number
take a toll
4,
now.
Ribery. Number 25, Gavi. Substitutions taking place. 4 added minutes has been
Four extra
indicated.
minutes added on.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
It's out for a goal kick. Diogo Dalot. And there goes the final whistle. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, Well, it is true enough that just one bad result will rarely decide your fate, but the truth is, there have been too many bad results this season, and so a day like today was increasingly inevitable. Thus it is win or bust. Things cannot be more simple than that. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. If you're just joining us, we are already on the way. Now it's Stoichkov. Not the most accurate pass. Camavinga.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. And Messi! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
He's going to be disappointed with that. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, Jim, in an era when we have plenty of high-quality goalkeepers, how would you rate the Brazilian Julio's chance? And he's done it!
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently, and he picked out the perfect target.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Messi. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well read, and the danger is averted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Driving on and making good progress, and that's gone loose. There's the shot!
That's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
He is through here! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vinicius Junior providing an outlet on that flank. Bellingham.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. Vinicius Junior! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Vinicius Junior just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Rodri. Conte. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Can he latch on to this? He's picked his way through.
That's good defensive concentration.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Number 20, Mbappe. Coming on
Here we go again.
Is number 18.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. No way he was going to let him past. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Real chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Fernando Torres, and he's managed to get free. Torres. And Torres! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
80,314.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. pinches it off him. This man very much flavour of the month. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, that's well spotted. And here's Stoichkov. He's free, he's had a shot! They've scored! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Bellingham. Rafinha. Bellingham. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bellingham has created one goal already. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Shot a goal! It's in! And what a climax we have here! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Inter Milan give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Rice. Camavinga. Now it's Vardy. And that is that. Inter Milan perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
I'm sure they will make fine souvenirs.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Well, there is a point in every campaign of startling clarity. Gone is any margin of error, and we are faced with absolutes. Anything but a win, and it is all over. Those are the cold, hard facts. Such scenes here. A sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set. for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Inter Milan come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Diogo Dalot.
There's a name in this lineup, Peter, that's synonymous with being dependable.
The man they call safe hands.
Yep, David Seaman, one of the outstanding keepers of his time and a commander of tight defence because of the understanding he develops with those in front.
He's had it taken off him. Vinicius Junior. In with the challenge. It's a decent-looking cross. Rafinha! Just off target.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Diogo Dalot, well seen, saw that coming. Rummenigge. Inter Milan have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Oh, that's a nice ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That is good alertness. That's a nicely measured puck. Can he put it away? Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Up he goes! Now, who's going to be first to this? Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Pass is just off target. Rafinha. Gavi. Distributed tidily. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Oh, the touch is just too thick. Could really have done without that.
Pity that, because it had a decent chance of progressing.
Rummenigge. A goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Oh, played right into his path. Rummenigge. Mbappe. Gavi. And they can counter here. And he's been shifted off it. That has ended up in no man's land. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Camavinga. And we've reached half-time. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. And he thumps it clear.
This match was 71,649.
The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That's a lovely, neat pass. Quick look, then plays it in. And here's Mbappe. Gavi. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Matson. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product is just passing time.
Nice interception, well timed.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Look at the great chance! Oh, it's gone in! And they throw down the gauntlet in the quest for survival.
Now that's just down to great character, Peter. It's so tempting to become disheartened having been pegged back once, but to do it all over again, that's fantastic.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, look, he moves and manufactures in unique fashion. This guy is sheer class.
Inter Milan can dream again. The stands here definitely a place for the hopeful, and no doubt that hope is replicated at just about every major ground in the land. It is time for us all to come together and to believe. Such scenes here, a sea of team colours, songs ringing down from the stands. The tone is set for the 90 minutes ahead. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Johan Cruyff, the human phenomenon, known to so many as the Dutch master.
Well, you look at his records up until now, Peter, and they really are astounding. You remember the European final where he scored 2 goals, which prompted the Dutch media to say that he single-handedly brought an end to the era of defensive football.
Well, with him on your side, who needed defending?
I'll brush that quip aside, Peter. You know trends in football come in phases, and I think the current one is very much his.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Messi, and he's had it nicked away. And he can clear it away. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Caicedo. And here's Cruyff.
Cruyff really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, this looks sharp. He's picked his way through. And that has been clubbed away. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Has a look and plays it forward. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rafinha. Caicedo. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. He has found the way through. Big header! Harmlessly behind.
Well, that's why we all say indecision is fatal.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Rafinha. It's a good run down the right. He's shifting through the gears here. The referee's awarded a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So the last big chance perhaps before half-time.
Caicedo
Caicedo tries to clear. And that's an excellent interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break. Inter Milan head to the dressing room, not yet having broken through. Tight, cagey game. Neither team any further forward than they were when they started out. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Inter have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Cruyff. Madrid finding their passes. Stoichkov! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it was hit with great power, Peter, but sadly not great precision.
Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Diogo Dallo.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. That's been cut out, well played. Rodri. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Messi. Caicedo. Mbappe. Those looking wide. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Oh, that's fabulous. Cleared without complication. Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing with it.
Shapes to shoot! Loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Vinicius Junior. Great hit! He scored! And late in the day, a telling moment.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Mbappe demonstrated.
Gavi! And that would have been game, set and match.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
One 0 as we head towards the end. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to get free.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Has been indicated.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And time is up. Inter Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Mbappe claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
I'd like to draw
Any
your
reflections
attention
on
to
what
the
you've
screen
seen, Jim?
right now for
Inter
information
deservedly
on our show.
very
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. There is a massive sense of expectation emanating from this part of Milan. The giant arena bearing the name of perhaps the finest player ever to don the famous black and blue jersey. It is simply a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. Ah, he's given it away! He's shifting through the gears here! And he's there to get it away. And he's quick to snatch it back. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He could be in here. Nedved could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Well, that's well seen too. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Vinicius Junior. Wilshere. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this guy Pedri, without doubt, is the greatest talent of his generation to come out of Spain. I mean, he has all the traits of some of the great legends that have been there before him. The ability to handle the ball in tight spaces, his speed of thought on the turn, his understanding of the landscape around him, the intelligence in reading defensive positioning, all those factors which can make him unplayable when he's truly on.
It's Luis Suarez! That's got him rattled. Koulibaly in the hunt and looking threatening.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short, opt to play it back. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. He's played him through. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Adams does really well to win the ball there. Nedved unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
There will be one.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. And he's managed to get free. And the whistle goes for half-time. But it has been a half largely of could-haves and should-haves. Perhaps the more impatient amongst the supporters will feel they're overdue a goal, but it's certainly not for the want of trying, so nothing to show as yet. At the break, it's 0-0. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
He rises!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that could set him on his way. Oh, it's come loose. Oh, can he get onto this? No, it's Nedved. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
It's Luis Suarez! Good stop. Camavinga, here's the name on everyone's lips just now. And that's an excellent interception.
The attendance for this
And
match
still, we
was
await the first breakthrough.
80,314.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Camavinga. Rice. And Carvajal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He gets big. And it's in. Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to...
Terrific header! And again! Really well taken goal! And surely that does it! Perfect time! Decisive strike! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Haaland.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Rafinha. Van Dijk clears. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. And here's Rafinha. Gently done.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Pedri.
2 added minutes has been
Camavinga.
indicated.
Gavi does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Rafinha. And that will be it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Kolomuani. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest, a sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us, and we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, you've got to say the Nerazzurri certainly know how to create an atmosphere. 80,000 here in black and blue. The dress code is a strict one. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Inter Milan finding their passes. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Guardiola, Peter, is a fella who appeared on the scene after a meteoric rise on the international scene, but...
Drogba! Goal! Brazil! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
he had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So, a breakthrough already. Madsen. Vinicius Junior. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball.
Great chance! Oh, taken with style. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Kubo. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's got away. Vinicius Junior. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That pass has been well intercepted. Casemiro. Guardiola. Mbappe. Now then, the ball's come loose. Rice. Kubo.
Kolo Muani really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. Guardiola. And here's Drogba. Camavinga.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's fabulous.
There will be 1 minute at
Vinicius
a time.
Junior. Good purposeful running this.
Kubo. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And the first 45 minutes are up. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1-1.
Intoxicated or behaving in an
Would you review the
inappropriate
first
manner will be
half?
removed.
Well,
Thank
we
you very
thought
much
this
for
would be
your
close,
cooperation.
Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at
Substitution
half-time
in
at
progress.
1-1. So we're into the second 45. Aimed beyond the defence. Brazil have reclaimed it. Drogba. It's Drogba! Adams can get it clear.
Ah, that's great defending to cover for the goalkeeper and just get something in the way.
Mbappe, he's found the way through. Brazil can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, what has happened? Tries a shot! This time, surely!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
The attendance for this match
Rafinha
was
was alert to the
80,607.
possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's nice. No way through. And here's Colomwani. Vieira! Vinicius Junior. And he cuts out the supply. Vardiol. And here's Colomwani. Colomwani running with the ball. Colomwani!
Really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Gavi. That'll be a corner.
Substitution for Inter. Number 20.
Inter Milan with the
Mbappe.
corner. They're first.
Number 11. Rafinha. Coming on the field.
And it's been taken
Number
short.
13. Filippo Inzaghi. Number 10. Freddy Ljungberg. Substitutions taking place.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side.
Footballing width usually identifies with running room, and we've just seen a prime example.
Danger averted for now. Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Real chance! Oh, that's incredible! And that has raised the roof! And that is it. The referee has seen enough. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, well played. Played towards the front line.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Adams with the slide tackle there. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Rice calmly anticipates. Neymar. It'll be a throw-in. Neymar. Nice control. Rice did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Sneijder. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. He's shifting through the gears here. Interesting ball.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Can he finish? Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has. Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
That's been cut out, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Gavi is offering some sort of an apology there.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Now it's Haaland. Oh, that's a key interception. Camavinga. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Belletti. Figo. And here's Sneijder. For Wilshere. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Gavi. Mbappe. Looking for the runner. Played into space out wide. Neymar. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Has been indicated.
Spread neatly. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. He's had it taken off him. And the first 45 minutes are up. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1 each. It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's 1 each. And we're already back up and running after half-time. That's really well manoeuvred. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that is a nice touch. Camavinga! And that would have been some goal.
What a chance, a huge chance. He couldn't have set it up any better.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
The attendance for this match
Camavinga.
was 71,898.
Adams spots it and intercepts. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Vinicius Junior. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Adams, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Flings in up he goes! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Wilshere. And he was quick to react. Belletti. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's hoisted clear. And it's Schneider. It's loose, and in he goes again! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
All hands on deck for this one. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. The message is simple: defend this with your lives.
There will be 1 minute
Cleared
added time.
without complication. Belletti. And we're done. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Rafinha claiming the Man of the Match award. And there is very little room for argument. Your reflections then, Jim?
Inter certainly had some good moments, Pete.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped, undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. He's got away. Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
And we have our very first corner. And that has been knocked clear. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's found a way past. He's had a shot! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, enjoyed that. He loved the contest. Had it. Oh, good, super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who ever so determined. Oh, look at this. Vinicius Junior taken off pretty forcefully. Mbappe! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Great beat that.
Smart reclaim.
Well, he certainly wasn't. He is.
That looks.
Got as he was up.
To snap back. He won't be happy with that. A feed in acres of south. Matson. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0.
How that cross missed one is absolutely irritated finishing touch.
Rafinha looking to run off it. Adams gets it away.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Kante takes control of it and he's on the move. Watch up to now. One goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Inter Milan come in, having established that lead. A game where the narrative is, at least in terms of the scoreline, so far so good. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Forlan. De Roberto. Now that looks a decent ball. De Roberto unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Can he finish?
Can't be expected to deliver them. No, it can't.
Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe. Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And now a sudden for...
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Camavinga. Oh, that's fabulous. Great challenge. Love it when a victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Vinicius Junior picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a... and wrap things up.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Camavinga. Oh, that's fabulous. Great challenge. Love it when a victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind. This. Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicely weighted ball. Played back in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence.
Just have to appreciate it.
Well, the ball flight may be unpredictable, but the predictable part was the technique. It screamed goal all the way.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Mbappe, Camavinga. That is a little undercooked. Just eases him off the ball. Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Yamal.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Kimmich. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Gavi. That looks a good ball through. Look at that. And the shots! They are rampant! And they're at it!
Gavi, he didn't catch that to his liking, and his face was a picture of dissatisfaction.
There is the half-time whistle. So you hear the chants of easy, easy, and those are entirely justified. 3-0 after 45 minutes, and it is hard to believe that there won't be more after the break.
This looks well and truly sewn up already, Peter, but please feel free to forget what I've just said if there's a spectacular turnaround.
Inter Milan are steaming towards victory thanks to 3 first-half goals, which have left the opposition feeling grateful just to get in for a break. Another 45 minutes to come, but the mood in the stands here very much that they know which second.
The chance rhythm.
Keep as enough.
Sir, mind the good day on the break. There is clear.
Charging the ball at his feet. That's fabulous.
I think it's simple.
Heavily in defensive. Vinicius Junior in acres of space wide. That is wildly off target.
I read to tell that he had to do better, especially from there.
That is cut short. Now. Matson. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Smoothly does it. He is through here. Yamal.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mbappe looking to penetrate opposition lines. And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan really have hit the heights. A tour de force that has left their opponents reeling. And that is what tends to happen when they do their thing. Mbappe voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Inter definitely.
Okay. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now the Mbappe!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Neymar. Fires from distance. Oh, denied! Really?
You get, Peter, that he must get to anything today.
The corner, there first. Defense of the desperate. Neymar.
Bold run will do is a possibility.
See? All not right. He made it. Defending. Messi. Cristiano. He's been caught. It's Vinicius Junior. And a duel this time. Able to happen. His questions. And it all did well enough. He's found a way through. And upon he needs for a back. And
that couldn't have been a more clean not. Another example of how comfortable this team is on the break.
Nicely weighted ball. Goulet is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's come backwards here.
That's good pressure. It gave him no choice.
Yeah. Russ. Is this the
Drogba. Nice smile there.
And we have our very first corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now a sudden chance to counter. That has not gone well. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Oh, easy pickings there. Gnabry has it in a wide position. Across the quarter. Oh, that really... Oh, keeper's ever so drug. What he has to... His second game. Clear. Steps in. That's the that. Into looking the first half. Minding no easy games at this level, and that is proven here. Neither side any further forward from where they were 45 minutes ago, but it is far from lethargic, far from slow, highly engaging, but goalless. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
It's been a pretty abject performance. No efforts at goal. I'm struggling to remember the last time we had that.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again.
Inter really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Rafinha. To be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you want to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
After 73 minutes,
You know, you just know there is no stopping that.
That is just a top drawer finish. He was always in control and couldn't have placed it any better.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And he thumps it clear. And ready. That is okay.
Not sure in mind. I either.
Full change. Here's Neymar. Shot. Oh, so would have
The wood player on the ball offences, and that's precisely why.
substitution for Inter, number 20.
Well, to make a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he got to take the impact he wants. To know a show of anticipation to be commended.
And it's Belletti.
Minutes has been indicated.
Belletti. Time. Minutes. It's wrong. He's completely wrong. Rubens. And it. Well, that tension. Come backwards here.
That's good pressure. It gave him no choice. Placed it any better.
Liverpool have penetrated for the first time.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
And he thumps it clear. And ready. That is one target. The two parties separated by games, only meaningful moments. The neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We have already started here. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. He is through here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Rafinha. Oh, well played. He needed.
That's just it's simple.
Tells someone to target. Lip line of the great perhaps.
Doubt in that legend. I don't think someone as a debate, but he's
yeah. Once the world managers, the most ever. Maldini did just about enough to get on top of that.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Beckenbauer cuts out the pass.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's played forward. Gavi.
Look, it's a run defence dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Swept it, hits one!
Certainly.
Which is to what the half.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but this will be a good to reflect and regroup. See a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has lived up to the pre-game passions running pretty hard, going at each other 100 miles an hour.
Being like this, it's
running up again.